Hi, my name is Rivera with the Safeguard Investment Advisory Group. Today, I want to talk about how not all fiduciaries are created equal. You know, we do a lot of seminars and workshops throughout Southern California and even Northern California. And we get a lot of questions all the time. People come in and say, hey, Rick, I heard I should be working with a fiduciary. And basically a fiduciary is someone that is designed to create a plan for you, but they have to represent your interest. They generally don't work for a particular institution. They actually work for you directly. So the products and services that they offer are not one that a institution requires them to offer you. So for example, let me just give you a quick example. If I walk into the bank and talk to one of the bank counselors and say, hey, listen, what's the best CD you can get me right now? What are the chances of that particular bank saying, hey, you know what, if you go across the street to this other bank or credit union, they got a CD that's paying 0.5 point better than ours. If they did do that, they're probably not going to have a job the next day. Same thing with a lot of brokerage firms and things of that nature that offer particular products. Those individuals that work for those institutions can only offer the products that those institutions require them to offer. So the reason why the term fiduciary has become more popular lately is because people are finally learning that a fiduciary is someone that is not tied to a particular institution. They work specifically for the client. So if a client comes into them and says, hey, listen, you know what? I need a CD, whether it's Bank of America or Navy Federal Credit Union or some other banking institution, they can shop it around, they get paid either way. Same thing with all other investments as well. Now, a lot of people, they come in and they'll say, hey, Rick, I heard I should be working with a fiduciary. But here's the thing. When I say not all fiduciaries are created equal, if you're going to be working with a fiduciary, you have to understand that there are different types of fiduciaries. There's some fiduciaries that just work with estates. There's some fiduciaries that they just strictly look at your investments and will give you investment advice. There's other fiduciaries like our firm that actually look at things from a holistic standpoint. And what I mean by holistic is not only do we offer investment advice, but before we offer investment advice, we're going to look at your taxes. We're going to look at your trust and will plan. We're going to look at your pensions, Social Security, and a variety of other things along with that, based upon whatever your objectives or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish moving forward in retirement planning. While you're researching a fiduciary, you want to make sure that you find someone that is going to offer the services that you want. So whether it's just somebody that's going to look at the investments or somebody that's going to look at the big picture, you want to ask them, hey, what services do you offer? And make sure that they can offer the services that you want. The other thing too is, what do they specialize in? There's some fiduciaries that handle investments, but maybe they kind of work with everybody. Whether somebody's 20 years old or 80 years old, they work with people just across the board. As long as you meet their minimums, they might say, hey, we have a $500,000 minimum in order to work with us, but they don't necessarily care how old you are or whatever, what profession you're in. So there are some fiduciaries that do specialize in different areas. Some maybe work with sports figures. Others may just specialize working with doctors and lawyers. Our firm specifically works with individuals that are either planning for retirement or already retired. So if you're looking for someone in that capacity, then that is another additional layer that you want to research. Hey, who do they specialize? Who do they work with? And what kind of specialization do I want? The other thing that's going to be critical is once you decide, okay, here's the type of fiduciary that I want, here's the specialization that I want. Now, the next question is the individual that I'm going to be working with, what kind of expertise do they have? Just because somebody's a fiduciary, do you want somebody that just got their license last year and maybe they're going to be practicing on you? Or do you want somebody that's kind of seasoned and seen a couple of decades of markets and different administrations and different economic environments, and somebody that's actually kind of been around the block? So again, finding out what experience they have as well. Now, there's a lot of other things that can go into this, So if you have any specific questions, there'll be some links below where you can click on, and you can come to our website, and we have a whole article that talks about how to choose and the differences between fiduciaries. But also, if you'd like, maybe you have some questions about your own particular situation, again, click on the links below, and we'll be more than happy to offer you a consultation where you can either come in or maybe even just a phone consultation, no obligation. You can take advantage of that if you like. So again, you would just click on the links below. Also, if you have the opportunity, if you could please just subscribe or check like on this video, that would really help us out. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it.